Okay. There's no draw here. This is looking like some kind of big money, for which... Oh, okay. I guess, thanks for watching. We want a hermit for sure. And then it's just a question of, we probably want a forager. We will want a forager. It's just a question of whether I want one now or whether I want to wait a shuffle. I think I want to wait a shuffle. He got a coppersmith. I am not a big fan. That kind of makes me more inclined to get forager now, because the trashing is not going to do him good if he wants the coppers. And this will be good for ventures eventually. One candlestick maker, you don't want more than that. But if I get two, that should be good. Two foragers. I think actually two foragers is overkill. Well, it's unfortunate to not get my hermit, but I want to be able to hit 5 and 6 is the more important thing. There's a question of whether I want a royal seal. I don't think it's worth it though. We're gonna go ahead and nuke that there, just because the reason we trash the copper is because I'm gonna count on hermits to get rid of estates, and yeah, so getting the coppers down is going to be important for ventures. Ventures are probably going to be eventually pretty close to golds in my deck, because I'm going to have a lot of silvers. But I'm not really going to count on them being more than that. I should be able to do pretty well here. And definitely going to go ahead and spend this token to get the venture. I mean, otherwise I'm getting a silver, and that's a pretty substantial difference eventually. He gets a second hermit and just turns that into a madman. But I'm not real sure what his plan is, particularly because if you're going to go for some big madman coppersmith thing, which isn't actually crazy, you probably want some candlestick makers to help that strategy along. Here I'm going to go ahead and trash the estate just because getting venture is more important than... yeah, getting venture is more important than trashing the other thing. I think it just... I don't cycle this pawn here. Planning on next turn being able to trash this estate with my hermit. That's pretty important. So I'm getting a good number of ventures, a good number of silvers. I don't really believe in his mega turn plan, which I presume is his plan. So there's a very good chance, there's like a 1/3 chance I draw a Forager here, so I'm just gonna card action this. And we want gold. Trashing silver isn't the greatest, but you do what you do. Make sure you trash it here before the copper, so that they both get the extra value. Is going to be a big thing. He gets a storeroom, he gets another madman. So he's definitely going for some megaturn thing. I don't really believe in it, but so here I should be able to get a province, and I'm going to be going pretty hard into them. At this point. I could actually get rid of the hermit here. Oh hey, I do need to resize this. Thank you for mentioning that. Hold on a second, and I will try to fix that for you. That should be better now. Do I want to trash this hermit? Probably not. Okay, one more venture. So he has 4 madmen. I still don't understand why he's going with storeroom for his as his plus buy card of choice. The Candlestick Maker should be much better. But if he plays 4 madmen, he could play 2 storerooms and 3 coppersmiths, and he'd have only 3 buys. It's going to be really hard for him to get both the requisite number of buys as well as the requisite money, because he just doesn't have enough. I don't know. Although I do find what he's doing interesting, and that maybe there is a madman coppersmith thing. I just have to imagine it's got to be pretty difficult, given, yeah, you probably want some non-terminal source of plus buy. Like, yeah, okay, so he's gotten a pawn now. Candlestick Maker would probably actually be pretty ideal, and I just don't understand why he didn't go for it. Oh, I probably shouldn't have played that. Probably should not have played that. But I should be able to province pretty much every turn now. He's trashed all his estates as well. Okay, that's good. Okay, so he's getting close in terms of the number of buys. So he's getting there now. I probably want to trash this hermit at this point. He still only has 4 madmen. He's got, let's see, like 3 pawns. Which he could probably play all of and get all the coppersmiths. So 7, let's see, 7 coppers times 5 is 35 money. That's enough to get all the provinces and an estate, which is enough to win. So I will have one vulnerable turn here if I go for this, I think. But I think that's what I need to do anyway. And here, yeah, I can double province. Yeah, so this is excellent. Now I'm pretty darn safe. Because he can go off here, but he doesn't have enough money. Because he needs the remaining 3 provinces as well as 4 duchies. And, well, maybe the storerooms are going to generate him money? They can't really, though. I guess they could generate him some. He's got to pop another madman here. So how much money does he need to get 3 provinces and 4 duchies? That's 20, that's 44. He might be able to pull that off. It's actually pretty close. He needs 46 if he wants to win. And since he's going for it now, he's not going to be able to later. Let's check in on the other game. I'm going to have to just get a silver here. Or possibly a squire is actually probably better. Because it'll be good for the wharves, and it can gain me silvers. Yeah, so this is a very interesting strategy. My opponent has definitely played this more ingenuitively, that's not a word, but than I have. He's definitely played this interesting strategy. He's seen Hermit Coppersmith, or rather Madman Coppersmith, can really do some things. Storerooms, I understand now, they're to be able to get like double pawn or Coppersmith. So at least a couple of them are nice. I'm still not sure about 4 of them. I think he may have pulled the trigger a bit too early here, because he gets another Coppersmith, and that just adds, well, I guess that only adds 7 money. That's not that much. But I still think that I would have preferred for him if he would have gotten some Candlestick Maker, like a Candlestick Maker very early, off of one of his Hermit buys or something, or Hermit gains or something, which would have allowed him to buy extra coppers, because if he has 4 coppersmiths, every extra copper is worth like 5. They're like platina at the end. So the extra coppers, and then he should be able to have enough draw. How many cards are in his hand? Okay, checking on the other game. Waiting. Great. I should actually do some calculation in this other game. Tournament. I will need 6 money. So we keep 1 copper. Or no, I have the squire, and I could have a silver and a gold. That would be sufficient. What's the quickest way to get that? Ooh. No, because I probably need a second squire and dwarves. I'll actually have to see how fast he's traveling down. Turn 3, he bought silver. Okay. Okay, so how many cards does he have here? Oh, okay. Oh, no. Now I've done it. So... he drew 4, so we had 8. And then he went down to 7. Played Madman, drew 6. So he had 12, and now he's playing Storeroom. So he has 12 cards in hand. Minus the Storeroom is 11. And he has 3 Madmen left. So I believe he's actually should be able to win this game. I think. Because he needs to get 10 money, which he has a hermit left also. So he's only able to get 3 coins there. Oh no. Really? That's not enough. Oh, he doesn't have enough actions. Yeah, but this isn't enough money, though. It's also way not enough buys, right? He needs 7 buys. So... and he plays Coppersmith. He plays this for action and money. Okay, so he's going for the 8 buys. But this shouldn't be enough. This is only 38. This isn't enough to win. Yeah, he's 5 money short. I think he should have known that. I think he should have calculated that earlier. He was not totally dead. If I had a dud hand, which I didn't, but if I had a dud hand, then he could have maybe gone off the next turn. It's tough though. I think he should have gotten more coppers earlier. Well, okay, so he's trying to get 2 in a draw, but if he goes off sooner, he doesn't have any longevity. He only has the 1 shot. Right, he only has the 1 shot to get it. So I don't think he really can pull the trigger sooner. If he had it like 1 turn earlier, I don't know. I also don't think you really need to wait for 2 madmen in 1 draw. You just kind of have to go for it on 1. I think. Yeah, it's a tricky little strategy.